The good old tradition, British bonfire night. Now, would you believe this isn't a video about bonfires? Nope. It's a video about DJing. It might surprise you. Just flip the camera around so you can see me. Sorry about the quality, don't know how well this is going to come off because it's just off the cuff. Most of my videos are, as you know. It's a video about DJing, like I said. You see, on that fire is my past. You might look at me a little bit strange, but I'm using bonfire night. We've had the family fireworks, we had the fire lit, and I'm just using it now to get rid of, I don't know whether you can see that big bag there. That big bag's full of paperwork. That big bag full of paperwork is my past. As you know, I've been DJ for a long time beforehand. I gave up for a while, if any of you knows my biog. And I came back to it 2 years ago. I was out of work, down on my luck, amongst bank statements and things like that. See if we can get me back, that's better. That big bag down there amongst bank statements is letters from debt collectors, letters from credit cards, you owe us money, pay up now, and all sorts. This is how I got back to DJing. Beginning of the recession in the UK, and I was told even by Business Link I'm clean out of my tree trying to start a new business, but I went ahead because, see, in this business everybody needs to party. Whether it's to forget what's going on, you know, hell, let's go out, have a couple of beers, try and drown our sorrows a bit. Whether it's weddings, you have a wedding, you've got to throw a party. It's almost an unwritten rule. Family birthdays, sometimes you can't afford the big family birthday bash of sort of 50, 100, 200 people. But that's where you get yourself a residency in a hotel. Don't go after the weddings. Get yourself a residency in a hotel somewhere. That residency pays me week in, week out, 2 nights a week, Friday and Saturday night. It's there when I'm not doing anything else. It's just a kind of a deal I've got with the hotel. Obviously, if I can make more elsewhere, then I do. Otherwise, I go and work the hotel for them. They've realised that people who can't afford the big family functions anymore, they come in, a group of 10 of them, group of 15 of them, book a meal and in the restaurant, and then come through to the bar and enjoy the disco afterwards. And you've got 5 or 6 groups of 15 like that. Your party's still there. It's people you don't even know that you get up and dance with, you enjoy. So it just brings a whole different element to it. But again, that means that I'm still working. See, in this industry, like I said, ignore the recession. What anybody tells you about a recession, people will party. It doesn't matter. So if you're telling me you can't get work, you're doing something wrong. You need to look and find out what you're doing wrong. One of the excuses I hear off a lot of people who've said to me, Andy, how come you're out every weekend? One of the excuses I hear is these big agencies, they're taking all the work, these multi-ops. So, join one. If you can't beat them, join them. I work through an agent. I'm not solely signed to that agent, but that's what this agent does for me. He tops my work up when I haven't got any that I've managed to pull in myself. Hence why I work as a resident at this hotel. The hotel love me going in. They're upset when somebody else from the agency goes in, does that job, and it's not me because I'm out working elsewhere. That's the way it goes. They understand I've got to go out and earn my money. I can't live on a residency. But again, don't be shy. Join an agency. Why not? They're not all bad. You've got to look carefully. And I suppose I was lucky. The agency I work for found me. I was working at a wedding. It's also a casino and DJ entertainment agency. They're a mobile casino for fun sort of thing for weddings and that. And he was working at a wedding. The guy came over, handed me a card, and he said, "Here, give me a call Monday morning. I run a DJ agency. I might have some work for you." And I thought, yeah, as you do. I gave him a call on the Monday morning, and I haven't looked back since. When I haven't got my own work, this guy, Peer Entertainments, Peer Fun Casinos, he tops my work up for me quite nicely. So that's why I'm out every weekend, right on the run up to Christmas. From now, this is the quiet time of year in the UK. I'm out every weekend, whether it be my own work, whether it be the residency, whether it be something else through the agency. But like I said, I'm out every weekend now, including midweek work as well. So the agencies aren't all bad. Don't be frightened of them. Join them. They might get you some work. You might be able to build your own work on the back of that. I apologise, I know this is going to look like a real choppy edit because I've been rambling at the camera now, trying to put it into words what I'm trying to get over to you. It's one of those. I picked the camera up, realised what I was doing, picked the camera up and thought it was a good time to vlog a bit. So I did. Hey, hopefully you work your way through the choppy edit and you'll understand what I'm trying to say to the guys out there. And maybe if you're stuck in a rut, it's time to rebrand yourself. Don't think buying new gear is going to help you out. If the gear you've got's good, it's still running, don't spend the money on new gear. Spend the money on a new website, some new business cards, a little bit of marketing. Maybe it's time to rebrand yourself. Maybe it's time to get out there and change the way people look at you. Perhaps that could be part of the reason you're stuck in the rut. You know, your old hat, people have seen it all before. You need something that stands out from the crowd, something that's different. Pick a sector, not so much weddings. Why is everybody fighting after weddings? You could be the Sweet 16 specialist or something like, I mean, don't word it like that, but you know, go that way. Don't be afraid of change. Really, don't be afraid of change. It can be your best friend sometimes. Something maybe to think about when you say to me, the market won't endure it, your market won't take what you want to charge or what you think you should be charging, and therefore you can't get what you think you're worth. Do it this way round, look at it this way round. When somebody buys a wedding dress, they buy it to wear once, to wear for that one day. That costs £400, $500 upwards. But you're willing to do the wedding for $150, $200? So you're good enough to be used once only, left in a cupboard, never to be seen again. The wedding cake, that's got to be a good $200, $300. Some people don't even eat it. It just gets wrapped up, thrown away eventually. Is that your value? To be wrapped up, not used, thrown away eventually? Because you're willing to charge less than a wedding cake. The caterers, geez, that ain't cheap. That's thousands of dollars upwards. And, well, yeah, alright, the food is quite an important part of the wedding, but it lasts for about 2 or 3 hours. You're the entertainment. You're the one that could cause those people to leave that wedding early. That makes you worth the same money as that food, to be honest with you. Into the £500, £600, £700, thousands of dollars. The venue itself, thousands of dollars. But they're only willing to cheap on a DJ. Those aren't your clients. The clients that think about it, the clients that realise that you are worth that money. You're not a wedding cake, you're not going to be cut and maybe eaten, maybe wrapped up and thrown away. You're not the dress that's going to be worn once, used once, thrown away. People will remember the entertainment at that wedding for years to come. You're worth more than those items. Get people to spend money on those items. Sometimes they don't understand what they're doing when they ring up and they say, oh, I want a wedding DJ, or I want a DJ. And the only way they know how to shop is by price, because nobody's educated them. Maybe it's time when somebody rings up, you say, hi, yeah, what's the day and date? So, well, we're just looking for a price. That depends on day and date to start with, so give us a day and date. They give you the day and the date. Once you know you're free on that day and date, then you offer to go out and meet them. Say, look, I don't want to discuss price. I want to come out and meet you. We want to tailor this price exactly to you. I don't want to overcharge you in any. Don't even mention undercharge you. I don't want to overcharge you in any way. I want to get this entertainment right for you so that I can give you the right quote and give you value for your money. And from that minute onwards, you're selling value for money. Not your service, not that you're more expensive or you're cheaper than somebody else. If they feel value for money, they will spend that money with you. And that is how you start getting what you are worth. Yeah, so I suppose what I'm trying to say when I'm saying to you, don't undercut yourself, don't let people undercutting you worry you, really. There is a market for you out there. There is a market for you and your price out there. These people will find you if you advertise yourselves right. Some people want cheap. Let them have cheap. They're not going to have as good a service as what you provide. Sometimes if you go cheap yourself, you worry the people that would pay a little more. That, why are you so cheap? Are you new to this game? Are you just a bad DJ? Can you not get work? Are you desperate for work that you're having to go as cheap as what a lot of us know as bottom feeders or hacks? That's probably what they're thinking, to be honest with you. It's because somebody comes along and says, hey, I can get a DJ for £100. Well, that's your DJ then if you want to quibble over price. You are not my client. My bottom rate is my bottom rate, and I don't budge. Very, very, very rarely. If I do move, it's for very close friends and family. They're a different matter, aren't they? They expect everything for nothing. But hey, it's the way things go. And again, if you're doing the close friends and family, you're putting yourself out there. That is advertising in itself. People are paying you to advertise yourself. I've done a couple of free discos for charities, quite big ones. One of them was a video show. But again, I knew what I was doing. It was help for the charity. The charity loved it. But on the back of that, I got a press release. The local newspaper came down, did a big piece. Local boy done good, built a business like this, and now he's helping charities. Look at what he did. Bish bash bosh, my name and number was all over it. Free advertising. What more could I ask for? I couldn't pay for that half-page spread in a newspaper. I couldn't afford it. They put it in for free for me. Why? It was just doing a bit of free charity work. Maybe something to bear in mind for you guys. I started Disco Dreams 2 years ago, right at the beginning of the recession. You've seen my gig logs. I started with 2 CD players. They weren't very pretty. A Skytech mixer, really wasn't pretty, and a hard drive controller. And you've seen the gear I run now. I've just built the business from there, so the work is definitely out there. Even in the UK, the work is there, people. You need to look at whether you're getting what you're worth. Obviously, I mean, a lot of people say to me they're being undercut by cheaper DJs. No. If somebody won't pay your price, then that's not the client for you. Don't go fighting after weddings. 5 or 6 of you are going to try and get a wedding. The work you need to look at is school proms, family occasions, if they're still having parties for the kids' birthdays. I know a lot of people don't like kids' work, but hey, the money's there. It's good money, take it. 50th, 60th, 40th, even 30th birthdays now. The money's there, take it. People don't stop having birthdays just because there's a recession. The parties might scale down slightly, but they will still pay for the entertainment. The work is there, people. Go out and grab it. I suppose the reason I put this video together is it marks an era to me, or the end of an era. I'm now debt free. I can burn that paperwork down there. It's there, you can see it going. I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to say, look at me, I've done good. I'm just trying to show you it's possible. And this marks the end of the era for me. I'm debt free now. Back to the way I was. I'm just about paying the bills. I've covered my debts. Hell, I'm even going out to Mobile Beat next year in Las Vegas. Hope to see a lot of you American DJs out there. Hell, I don't even know whether this rambling's going to come over right. I'm not trying to be big, I'm not trying to brag, I'm not trying to show you how good I am. I suppose I want you to celebrate the end of this era. And it's all through working as a DJ full time. This is what I do for a living. Don't have a side job. It was sink or swim when I started the company, and it looks like it's worked for me. Anyway, peoples, I suppose I've rambled long enough. Hopefully next vlog or gig log that I put in will be product review, something a bit more, well, this is upbeat to me, this is over the moon to me, but like I said, it might be a bit more upbeat for everybody else as well at the time. So, take care, you all. See you soon.